So since we are first starting with the Singapore flyer, I'm going to move these ones out of the way. Alright, so let's start with the unboxing part, and then I guess we will build it. Okay. Okay, so here are our 3 figures that I chose for this set. And then these are probably my instructions. Yep, these will be my instructions. I don't know why they call these brick figures when it very much looks like Legos, but okay. So here are all of our pieces. Okay, so this is everything in the box. I do like this box a lot more than the BTS one because it's much smaller. Okay, so I'm just going to drop this on the floor. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags. And then looks like we have a little bag of stickers. So let's see what these all look like. Okay, so looks like we have some Singapore flyer ones. So probably to put these actually on the Lego pieces. And then we have our, I guess this is like just a postcard. This doesn't feel like a sticker or anything, so I guess we get a postcard as well. And then I don't know if we're going to stick these on anything or if I'm supposed to actually stick it on the figure. But I guess we will find out. So here is our base to the piece. So I guess here comes the building part. I'm just going to speed up through the video and maybe just do a voiceover talk bit piece. But I guess let's just get started and see how it ends up. Okay, so I'm basically just getting out the instructions, opening all the bags so I have all the pieces at my disposal. And then, of course, just following step 1, I like to just grab all the pieces that I'll need for each step, especially since there's so many pieces. And then just taking a pen and counting the number of circles so I can make sure I start at least in the correct place. So at least for this build, I clearly struggled. The pieces got really stuck in there, so if I accidentally put something in the wrong spot or mess something up, which I did quite a lot actually building this one, they were very stuck in there, so it was really hard to pop the pieces back out to move them. So yeah, I just suggest going very slowly so you don't mess up, because it's going to be nearly impossible to pull these pieces back out. So no worry on gluing the pieces, because that is what I suggested for my BTS puzzle. Well, not puzzle, but Lego build, I guess you could say. Because those pieces weren't as tight of a fit as these ones were. Even the IceCream shop is going to be a really tight fit as well. But there were a lot of pieces for this one, and it was quite the struggle to build this, surprisingly enough. But another thing I would probably suggest is lotioning your hands, because mine ended up getting really dried out. I don't know why, but it did from building these Legos. So one thing I kind of wish that they did do is for the stickers on this one, would have been really nice is at those steps telling me to add the stickers, because once it's kind of built, it was really hard to handle the actual carousel or whatever you want to call it piece. So like those legs are very, very fragile. I probably broke them, well, not broken, but the pieces detached probably a good 100 times just trying to put the whole thing together. This is probably the hardest part, was doing the actual legs to this carousel, because I think I messed it up like 5 or 6 times. So yay there. I felt like such an amateur Lego builder doing this, but I mean, it has been such a long time since I built Legos, but I loved, like, when I saw Twice was coming out with one, of course I had to get it. I loved building the Legos. It takes me back to my childhood. These bases were actually quite a lot larger than I was expecting, but I mean, I guess if you bought only one of them to fit all 9 members on there, you probably did need quite a big base, huh? Figured out I messed it up again. No surprise. Some of the pieces were hard to figure out because they didn't really color them, so it was hard to figure out what color I was supposed to be grabbing. But these took me quite a while to actually put together. I'm gonna say maybe an hour. But whoever comes up with these designs is like really smart. So this part right here that I'm putting together, these end up being the arms that attach the, I guess, the cabins or little chair pieces that ride on the carousel. So it's just a lot of tedious work for this one, since there's just a lot of seats for the carousel. But I think out of the two, I think this carousel is my favorite. Ferris wheel. Why do I keep calling it a carousel? It's like a Ferris wheel. Gosh. The only other thing I would say was the downside is you'll probably notice at the very, very end I kind of do a close-up short video of both sets, but the pieces kind of had like a little gap, so I kind of was really pushing on them because they were kind of a little hard to attach sometimes. But you kind of can sometimes see a little gap between the pieces. But I mean, it all fit together. Yeah, they basically had a step to build each one of these little seatings, which I don't know why, because for like the arm attachment pieces, they were like, build 8 of these. So I don't know why they just didn't do one picture and told me to build like 4 of these. But that's alright. I thought I nailed it, but clearly I did it wrong, because the pink is supposed to have the tan tops. Oh, yay. So you'll notice later with these arm pieces, some of them don't stick. Those yellow attachments aren't holding in the arms too well. So do double check, because they will just fall right out when you turn the Ferris wheel, which is not fun. Well, it's not like anything broke or anything, but you just want to make sure it's nice and snug. Yay. This just looked so cool watching it all finally come together at the end. Oh, see, that one was too loose. It was really nice because they ended up giving you quite a lot of extra pieces just in case. Not as many extra pieces for this ice cream shop as the Ferris wheel one did, but it's still nice to get some extra pieces just in case. Especially if you have a cat like me, they love their Legos. I do love the color scheme that they picked though, between the two, because it was like nice pastel colors, which are my favorite. But it would have also been nice on the instructions if they kind of gave you multiple angles, or at least let you look at the final product at multiple angles, because some of them were a little difficult to figure out the distance that was supposed to be between pieces, so I kind of guessed-ish on some of it, but hopefully it came out right. So like here, those little gray plastic like flat tops are gonna have stickers on them later, which would have been so nice. Like this one had a step where it actually told me to put the Likey sticker on it. It would have been nice if they continued that instead of having the very last step be put on all the stickers. No, thank you. Because once it was all built together, it was really kind of hard to add the stickers to some pieces. But I think the ice cream shop ends up being like my favorite. It just looks so cool. And our little windows. It would have been cool if they kind of gave you like little mini decals to actually put on the windows. Like at like some store shops, you know, they put like their flavor of the day or whatever like that. I think that would have been kind of cool. I hope more groups end up doing this though. Loved it. Sometimes I feel tempted just to buy Legos and do like an unboxing and building of them. So like this piece, it's like a horse face or something, I don't know. It was really hard to figure out where that piece was supposed to go. Now I kind of cheated in these last few steps and looked at the picture where it says the stickers were supposed to go, so I just added those to the outer piece. So for these flowers, they come in like a piece of 4, so you just had to snap the 2 off, and then so you technically have like 2 extras. I guess there really wasn't space to add more if you wanted. So here comes the hard part, having to add stickers to little pieces. So I ended up just snapping them off for some of them. But like the gray top ones, I knew those were going to be hard to pop off from doing the Ferris wheel. So I try to stick them on there. Using tweezers or something would probably be way easier to kind of get control on these small pieces, but it was fine for me. So now here are all of the characters. So I kept the boxes in case, you know, I take the whole thing apart. I can put the people back too. or the members, I guess you could say. They were so cute. I like them a lot more than the actual Lego people because they're more detailed. The arms move. I do it on one of the characters where I move the arms. Of course, here's me struggling to focus on my character. So yeah, their little arms move, their heads move. I thought their waists would move, but because there's kind of like a line there, but it didn't seem to really move too much. But the detail was really, really nice on the characters. Simple, but still really, really nice. And there's you can't really see it, but when you open the top lid to the box, there's a number in there, so each character is like numbered out of 9. Oh, that dress I think is one of my favorites. Here's where I figure out the arms work. And I found out the waist doesn't. So these basically pop on. They have like little hole circles on the bottom, one on each foot, so they fit perfectly on the little, I don't know what you really want to call the block bumps. But when you put them on, just make sure you push down their feet, just their feet really nice to get a nice secure stick. I think they could have made those boxes a little bit smaller and saved some paper, cardboard, whatever you want to call it. I think we're almost at the end. Look at that hairdo. You can see they even put like a little bracelet on her. Alright, now for our close-up of the actual finished product. So I put the little members, kind of tried to space them out and pick ones whose outfits I think kind of color matched best with the different sets. I still like the ice cream shop the best. It's the prettiest. But here it basically all is. I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing slash build, and until my next video, bye guys.